Beloved hearts, welcome to this very sacred conversation. This quantum conversation goes into the rose flame and the divine feminine. My guest today is Suzanne Alexandria, and she is, oh my gosh, she is a quantum priestess of Isis and Akashic Oracle. What is this? What does it mean? And what can we learn from this?
Mm.
Suzanne is here to truly help women step into their sovereignty and their power. And it's all about softness. Hi, Suzanne. Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. Hi, Lorraine, and hi, everybody. It's beautiful to be here. I'm super excited.
All right, let's talk about your knowingness as a quantum priestess of Isis.
Mm.
Wow, how did you come into that wisdom and knowledge on your journey? You on one's journey, we have to heal, we come into the heart, then we heal wounds and traumas. But then
Hmm.
once we do that inner work, we expand in this way. Can you share for us your story? What happened along the way for you?
Well, I always like to say it's the school of hard knocks brought me here, like a lot of us. So I lived for 20 years in Washington, D.C., and I was in high tech, which gave me this mind, like I realized I have a mathematical mind, and I was in business development, but I could understand tech systems, which is so relevant for the work I do with people's energy systems. And that's been fun to put together. So I had to leave that. It was a non-negotiable thing. I had to leave and come back to Denver a decade ago. And then I didn't even know a thing about angels or anything, Lorraine. It's really funny. And I like to say that because you don't have to have grown up like this. I didn't. And it can happen. And it's happening to a lot of people I work with. Especially the younger generation. They're just like going so fast in their attunements and all of that. So I started learning about basics of Reiki first, and then the Akashic records. And then not long after I got into the records and started doing readings, Isis came through to me and said to name my Instagram channel Wings of Isis. And I really fell to my knees. And it's not named that anymore, but I fell to my knees like, what? Who am I? Who am I to do that? But I did.
And
And
had you heard of Isis? I just want to say,
I
did you?
had heard, yes, through the
Okay.
Sophia Code.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Mostly. Yeah, I did her activation and all the activations in the Sophia Code, which called to me so much because those are the goddesses that I channel. But no, I wasn't otherwise informed much about her. And so she started to come through when I was teaching about Akashic records, and we'll do this today in our activation. But she started to be the holder of the light when I work in the records, and especially when I activate others to teach and to do readings from the records, because that's one of the main things I do. So I then slowly evolved into understanding, okay, I'm a priestess. Okay, these are other priestesses that are drawn to me often. And then my work has really developed in its quantum. I've started to have an understanding of my version of the working in the quantum field, like so many are doing. My version is through the Akashic records, and that in that way we're taken into the realm of infinite possibilities and potentialities, or the 0 point. So it especially came to light exactly 1 year ago. I was in Egypt to this day, and there were profound experiences there where I was walking along in the ruins, and then like my vision was shifted to the ethereal, especially on this one day in the Sekhmet temple in Karnak. And I was like, oh my God, it really does have spaceships and helicopters and everything, that like it was like suddenly the live version I was starting to see. And then friends of mine and I were channeling through that experience the rest of those days. And then it's involved to naming myself that, a quantum priestess, because we're now learning, as you know, that we have the power to change our bodies, our health, our thinking, even our surroundings when we work in the quantum. It's happening. Change is starting to happen, excuse me, so much more rapidly because we can ascend into that field and like change, transform things. So it's really, really, really powerful.
We love that because
Mhm.
quantum conversations, the field of unlimited possibilities, right?
Mhm,
And
mhm,
so take us, for those who are unfamiliar, it's all about the heart, right? It's all about dropping out of the head, but the mind is part of it. So
mhm,
it's brain, mind, and heart coherence. Can you share with us your definition of the quantum, if it's different than that? But
mhm,
that really is what is a requirement, right? And so we could say that technical word quantum, but
mhm.
it's so heart-based.
Yeah, it gets transformed to me through the open heart, like we do all the work in our open heart portal, which is a technology. I mean, I see all this as tech. Our system is very high tech. And so while whilst we can see quantum like code or numbers or light language code or that kind of thing, it is being activated and happening because our heart portal, our heart is open. That's how I experience it. And the more we have an open heart, the more we experience. And that's actually part of one of the special offers I'll talk about too, because it's designed to help open the heart portal and the sacred heart. But that's why, to me, why through the ages, the lineage of the sacred heart, it's so incredible. Yes, it's love and it's total power. That's where our power really comes through, our quantum
So
power.
for those who have challenges getting into that open heart or
Mhm.
understanding when their heart is open,
Mhm.
what have you learned about that? Because, you know, how do you notice
Mhm.
when your heart is open, when you're making a decision from an open heart?
Mhm.
And how do you recognize when you're shut down and totally in the head? That I think is one of the top questions that we get. How do we navigate that? How do we know beyond a doubt? And how do we open the heart? Many questions there. Sorry.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And I have a story that I want to tell too about this when we get to it. So to me, and believe me, I am no stranger to the difficulty of living with an open heart. It's not come easily because I experienced profound trauma in my young life. And so like shedding the steel barriers really and concrete has been a thing. And I'm not alone. And so for those who aren't sure, that's why this notion of softening and allowing that stuff to slough off is becoming the best way, because we can chisel away at it, and we have most of us, right, for so long. And now it's like, beloveds, now learn to soften so that it can open. And I mean, how? Basically, when things go well, when we feel solid and we feel like we know what to say and do, I would say that's the number one way your heart is open when you're feeling in flow, even if you're not. It's not like I constantly feel like, oh, my heart is open here. Sometimes I get to that heightened state and it's wonderful. But when I'm in alignment and then things flow, even words flow out of me, like right now, or things happen the way I want them to, in my life, in our lives. That's how I know the heart's open, because the heart is, in that case, we're letting the heart guide things rather than the mind, like kind of chiseling away at it. But they work in tandem. We need our beautiful mind too. Our mind is so loving and beautiful too. But
Yes.
but dropping in, and I would say, oh, I wanted to say this anyway, like I'll be doing a activation with the mothers and in a little bit. But right now, even for anyone who wants to be receiving this intonation and these codes that they are wanting to share, allow yourself to soften in this moment already, and even start to experience it, even if that's new, because this is a very energetic transmission that can happen very readily just by your own free will, to say, oh yes, that I want that. Then I don't have to do anything for you to do that. They are here and they're open for you to receive and to even understand a little bit more. And really, that's my intention today.
Well, then let's jump right in. The Council of Mothers. Those are who you
Yes.
work with. They will be leading the activation.
Mhm.
Tell us about the Council of Mothers. How did you meet them? And then let's go into that
Yeah.
activation.
Okay. I feel like I want to share one story about the quantum
Please.
that will bring it home. And this is a testament to the powerful energies at play right now. And I'm just sharing this candidly because it's my life and it's energy. And my body has been going through a large transformation, like a lot of us. So I'm finding with clients more seeming physical like symptoms than we've
Mm.
had recently. I don't know if you're seeing that.
Um, you know what? We did something on the heart opening, and it feels like my heart just continues to open, and
Mm,
there's a stretchingness. There's
mm.
like a discomfort with that. Is that bizarre? That's bizarre.
Well, it is, but it's not, because it's
It's happening. I mean,
real.
that's the
Yeah,
real. All right. So not to freak out, but just to say, wow, my heart is opening.
yeah.
How wide can it go? And so you said something about like the concrete, like steel girders
Hmm.
around our
Yeah,
heart from trauma.
yeah.
And that's what we're doing. So,
We're
mm,
like softening to let, now we can
yeah,
soften to let those fall, those
let them fall.
any walls or whatever is still kind of left, whether it's big or small, let it fall away, because we are already so internally lit up that it's not like it was 5 years ago when it was quite kind of like an outside job
Oh,
to me.
okay.
Now it's like we are lit up. So
From the
let's
inside out now.
rise and then the walls gently fall, is how it
Okay.
is. Or the shields, or the girders that keep your wings down so your wings can rise up, that kind of thing.
Okay. All right. I'll let you continue on your quantum
Okay.
story. Yes.
Yes, yes. So we'll be doing some of that in the transmission, but I do want to share that last Monday, out of nowhere, and I have my knowings when things are happening physically. There's physical things that explain it, but also it's quantum now. And my heart, all of a sudden, like you just said, I had this thing where my heart felt like it flipped over in my chest, and my heartbeat rose above 200. And I had never had anything with my heart, bless my heart. And so I ended up in the ER. And what I want to share is not about that so much as what was happening. I know it was like an upgrade because my heart in the hospital, it got, or in the, by the paramedics, it got stopped for a moment to let it come down. They literally gave me a medicine that stopped it. And all the, like, as I processed it, I was saying, this is an upgrade. Somehow, this is a heart upgrade. And not that I wish it to be that drastic for anyone, but you know, these things are kind of, you know, sometimes happening. But what I really want to share, Lauren, is what happened. So some of my sisters said, "Oh, I'm going to work with your energy today." They were gathering at 3 o'clock. This was about a week, a little over a week ago. And another sister was coming to meet me, and she has a very extraordinary sense of vision. And she was delayed until after 3, very purposefully, because on the way she got there and she said, "Suzanne, I was driving and I was seeing all the codes being moved around and shifted. And I was expecting you to be in one state and I find you in this other state." And I said, "Do you know why?" "It's because my friends are working in the Akashic records right now." Like that was happening simultaneously. And it's one of the best experiences that I could share to explain, like, they were working with my field and it was all numbers and energy. And then someone was who didn't know about that was witnessing it, like me, get rewritten. So that's what I mean. That's an easy way to explain quantum, what happens. You know, we don't have to see it or know it, but it is happening in the background when we're doing this work. And it's becoming, I don't know, it's just becoming so much, so empowering. That's why I share this, because when we make choices, it shifts like literally like that. When we make a new choice and declaration and say, "Okay, I'm going to do this now," it's like behind the scenes.
The universe is organizing based
Mhm.
on our intention and that heart energy. And
Yeah,
we have to trust that. We can't go back and second guess it. So that's the key part
absolutely.
too. We have to surrender. And
Yes.
our trust is belief that the universe has our back. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what makes it now palpable. Like I wasn't worried in the hospital because finally I trust it all. And
See,
you
I was
know,
going to ask, I was going to ask you because that could be a frightening moment.
yeah.
So that could pull you right out of the quantum.
Mhm. Or
So,
my heart, right? Yeah, into the
yeah. So what,
3D.
so how did that transgress? What happened with and you knew your women, your friends were working on that in the Akashic field in the quantum, and
Mhm.
you had another friend witnessing it as well.
Mhm.
But you were holding your light in a way, going through that, preventing the mind, right? Or
Yeah.
maybe you weren't. How did you deal with that? Because that could be very frightening. And then having medical people interfacing with you could be another frightening moment. How did you
Mhm.
manage that?
Well, I'll be really honest with this because I know I'd been being prepared for it actually. Now that, like, it's just a week old, but um I've been healing cancer in my body, and it's a miracle, and I'll be sharing that more and more. But so
Oh,
along the way, I've had to let go of every stronghold of belief of what cancer or disease even is, because I've been forced to, and blessed by the guides to be shown, like, hey, it's not really what people think, and it's not here to kill you, and it's here to teach you. And so I had all these lessons, but what I'll share is that very recently I was shown two things. They said, I said something to the guides, and they said, "Well, Suzanne, you're not here to be working in the 3D healthcare system, are you?" And it was like, bong. When meanwhile, I've spent 2 years doing that, you know? So I'd already started to pull away from what that is and, in, you know, up into the higher version of health care and the systems. So I had that already going for me. I think that was just like 8 weeks ago that that shift happened. So I wasn't scared at this time. The other thing that they had shown me was quite literally, as I, have been getting blood tests for 2 years and all these things, they were so adamant about saying, you have no idea what those tests are. Those tests are in an app on my phone, is what I said. Like, I have these blood tests that show this is going on. And they were like, are you going to believe that? Or are you going to write your own script right here? And they had me sit down and write on a piece of paper the truth. Like, I am cured. I am in infinity love. I am so powerful in the quantum field, that kind of thing. They're like, which one are you going to believe? Which piece of paper? And so I had luckily already embodied that by the time this thing happened last week. So I was in my knowing, like, okay, whatever this is, it's part of my upgrades that
All
ultimately
right.
are.
Well,
Yeah.
you have firsthand witnessed the quantum field and how you can work it with
Yeah.
this health issue.
And I want to share
Wonderful
it.
lesson.
It's so powerful.
And we've heard stories of other miraculous healings. And
Mm-hmm.
it's and to be to I don't want to make it sound so simple, but it is bringing in light, and that's what you did,
Yeah.
and directing, steering the
And
consciousness,
believing it,
believing it,
knowing it,
feeling
because I
that.
waffled. It took so long, 2 years, because I would bounce back and forth.
And
And
that's the mind flipping on you,
yeah,
right?
yeah, because I was looking at their evidence versus the evidence that would come from my heart, that now comes from my heart.
And
That's a
so let's reflect
mm-hmm,
on your journey. When you then, this feeling, and you have the fear, or
mm-hmm,
this feeling, this knowingness that you got this.
yeah,
You really understand that, or how did you cultivate that? Because you really had to trust on some point,
yeah.
right? And
It's
remove the
taken a
fear. That's
long
a
time.
challenge.
Mm-hmm. It's
Mhm.
taken a long time to trust it, because in the face of pain, test results, what the medical establishment says, I was in that because, well, they know. And I didn't even have the framework to say that could just be a 3D kind of thing going on. You know, I'm there's a version of me that lives in the higher dimensions. And so I've been moving myself into that, like in my everyday, in my everyday. And my body now is coming into that. And it's a process. It's the body. So I finally was able, with those two teachings that day, I was able to choose and really not waver since then, finally. And that's made all the difference, because then the universe gets to do its thing. Because otherwise it was like I would choose while I was in this high vibe, but then I'd be in a low vibe, like, no, I'm not healed, and the universe is always responding to, period, to whatever you're saying. I know that now. So it'd be like,
Yes.
I'm healed in 1 hour, next hour, no, I'm not. And now I can hold that. And that's just my wish for us. And knowing that we're all moving into that, when we can hold it, that's where miracles happen.
Okay, thank you. We
Yeah.
are all looking in our own lives and going, wow, okay, you really are
Mhm.
giving us the working secrets, the working mechanism of in the quantum. And so it's a state of being,
Being
it's
and
being
knowing.
in and
Mhm.
knowing and trusting.
Yeah.
So you actually had a scary challenge that
Mhm.
tested you and you
Yes.
passed. You passed. And
Yes.
especially just like a week ago
Yes.
with what you went through and how
Hmm.
you were maintaining that and you still passed.
Yes.
So
With
we
lots
want to learn from you. This is
of.
great. No, it's really important. It's real, and you're
Hmm.
you're you're a model for so many, and you're inspiring to so many because that's the work is a
Hmm.
state of being, and it's all
Yes.
on us. It's all on us. It's not like we look outside of
Exactly.
the news and blame someone, and it's still on us if we read
Yeah.
the news and we feel like shit
Right.
on us, right? So what do we do
Yeah.
with
Or if
that?
we
So for
or
you,
if we choose, yeah, or if we choose to see in the news, oh, they're going to get out of that because they're masters also. They're going to wake up and come out of that too.
okay, you know what? That's a really good tip. And I've been waiting for a while at our
Yeah.
politicians too. Wouldn't it be great if their hearts opened on camera, on television, on
Yeah.
a live
Oh my
stream?
gosh. I will
I
join that with you. Yes.
let's do that, everyone, because I
Yes.
would like to put my energy there. And you know what? I'm going to hope because I'm starting to see some signs of it. It's
Hmm.
coming from comedy. And that's a dicey word because
Yeah.
some comedy gets shut down because they went too far or seemingly whatever.
Mhm.
But I'm still seeing a bridge between the division through comedy and
Mhm.
so, and I'm not going to go there because it's divisive,
Yeah.
but I'm starting to see that. So if we hold this intention that humanity is beautiful, and and actually, you know what? When we look out in our world, are there problems that we read about in the big collective? Are they in our world? Not really.
Right. Yeah.
We pay attention to this world and our state of being. And if we do dare to peek at the news, I love what you said there. Let's hold them up. Let's
Mhm.
watch them. Let's hold them up and see how good can it get. All right.
Yeah. And know that they also are light. They are masters that, they can master themselves too, just like we have all worked through very hard things. I'm sure everyone listening to this.
Let's see it then,
Yeah.
politicians,
Let's see
because
it.
we're about done with you.
Yeah.
We're about done with you. We
Yeah.
are, because
That's
you're acting very childish.
hmm hmm.
So, okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you,
I mean, I
Suzanne.
think that's how to me that's the most liberated way to see everyone, even those who've hurt me.
Yes.
You know, like
That's
the
very
only
mature.
liberating thing came to, oh, I know who you really, really are. This other thing is just a smoke and mirrors. And maybe they're gonna transition still like that, maybe not. That's not for me, but I know who
Okay.
really are.
I
I'm
love that.
gifted, I think, with that, the ability, which has kept me very vulnerable until recently too, like when you can see everyone's light.
I
But
love that. You know what? That's a mantra for all of us. See the light. See the light. See the
mhm,
light. See the
it's
light.
there. Everyone's true nature, I believe, it's that.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Beautiful. Okay. So
Okay.
let's go on our little
Okay. All
activation.
right, let's do
Thank you,
that. Okay.
Suzanne.
Thank you. All right, beloveds, let us really mindfully allow and soften into the divine holdings of the mother love that's here for us all, for you all. So I'm going to be guiding you in a recollection and kind of an energy renovation now. So I'm going to also mix it with light language. Kina a, kira ba, kira ba a, niao ka. So if you'll imagine, like we said earlier, that you're softening with your breath and you are sinking into your body and into that beautiful, beautiful divine heart of yours. And let your own soul energy become your being. Let it merge with your body systems in full union. This is a time where you're entering a more easeful, graceful period of allowing yourself to be in divine union, in harmony, a harmonized state nearly all of the time. And these are the mothers coming through. And this is what we would love to invite you into at this moment and carry forth. That divine union is, just as we've been talking about, a state of beingness that you can cultivate and walk with in your heart at all times, and allow then the flow of more and more ease and more grace that you are to pervade your life. So allow yourself to know, beloveds, that you are that grace, and you are the temple, and you are the light, even as these beings help you soften and help you understand the merging between your heart and your mind and your beautiful body. So that's our first invocation. And then we'll go into the temple a little more deeply, into the temple of the heart with the rose flame. So feel the softening and the holding. And the mothers are holding with these gorgeous wings of white feathers, is the way I see them. They're holding each and every one so softly but firmly, that underneath basically you're all being held by that, so that you can feel safe even to venture into opening your heart just a little more fully, a little more vastly, for what you're here for, because your heart portal is the best ascension tool that you've got right now, to allow it to continue to show you where the light wants to direct you in your life. That's one of the best gifts you can continue to give yourselves. Let your heart point the way. So soften into that allowance. And that means letting the body soften and letting the breath become still. And then letting the heart say to you, whisper sweet nothings like, this is what is best at this point. Consider this. Let's do that. Let's go here. Let's do that next. So this is very much an invocation into how softening is a tool. It's a methodology, if you will. It's a gift you give yourself so that the truth can rise and the light can shine forward, and the light can shine upon the way, your path. And that's what the divine feminine masters are bringing right now, light codes into each and every person's body right now with this softening. They're showing me it's raining down light codes that are for the heart portal to be truly more deeply experienced as this temple that knows the way. Hina amani akatia namaka atia namaka. So this is a recorded experience now that you might come back to, even that shows you how to come into cohesion with yourself as a master of your own light. Kina atia namaka atia nakadia paka. And now we're going to just move into this a little more deeply with Goddess Isis and another 12th dimensional goddess named Ma'arta, who's here, and Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene. They are all now rising on the four sides of you and placing you in an ethereal pyramid for a very sacred internal shift within your own Akashic field. So there's nothing to do, there's just receiving to be had. And they're holding each of those four sides because you are inside your own temple, and that's your own private space, but they are holding and beaming light so that you are experiencing a reinvigoration of your heart portal codes running through your chakra system and your meridians right now. And this is rewriting in your Akashic book of life that you may experience right in front of your heart at this time. It's open it's been opened so that the rewriting of the code is recorded. And so you can know that there doesn't have to be any going back any further, but rather rewriting from this point forward, this new set point, that I am a vehicle of my own light. That's their main message. I am a vehicle of my own light. I am the vehicle. I am the structure. I am the resilience, and I am the grace. And I am the knowing. And I am the knowing and the trust and the belief. Whew, they're bringing in that grounding belief system. Believe. When you are in your knowing and your trust and your belief, you are at your most powerful and soft version that you can possibly be. And then all doors are potentialities. And this benevolent mother, Ma'arta, she carries the rose flame like you do, and like you all do, and she carries Lyran and Andromedan light. And so there is this powerful mother overlighting all of this. All of them are powerful, but she's in the form of this galactic priestess of the Sophia Christus light. And she is ensconcing you in that, in a new level. Right now, the goddess is raining down so much Sophia Christ light all over all this land, and it's moving through us quickly. And so she's ensconcing you in your own version, in your own container for that, so that during this time when things are shifting rapidly, it's kind of like your own vehicle to help it remain soft for you while things shift categorically quite a lot in the name of union, in the name of the mother and the divine union between the mother, the father, the masculine, the feminine, the body, mind, soul, all of that connection. Kina awariata katyana makatya. So we've received the transmission, and you've received the light codes, and what you are welcome to carry forth is that knowing, in all capital letters, they say, the knowing of yourself as the vehicle for this profound time and this profound life. And it is an exquisite experience, and it is an exquisite experience to behold you. They say, they see you, I see you. And there's more, so much more exquisitely elevated perceptions coming our way over these next months and indeed years. So let this be a new set point for that today, wherever you came from, wherever you were when you began this. You're a little bit different. You're a little bit more grounded in your own light. And that is they're saying, the mothers are saying, that is our intentional gift to you. And you may come to us at any time. They are a vast group of mother beings that are from all over the universe. And if you feel a call to any of them or to the group, they mostly also want you to know how much mother support there is for you. Okay, thank you, and namaste.
Wow, so much love there.
There is, isn't there? There's so
Heart
much.
is wide open. Heart is wide open. Soft, soft, soft.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you to the Council of Mothers softening our
Mhm.
heart in such a way. What a
Yeah.
beautiful, I'm getting chills right now. What a beautiful connection always. Could
Mm.
we feel the divine union? The divine union, I got very warm, like, and
Mhm.
now I'm kind of cool. But
Mm.
that tells me that was an activation. Something energetically was going on.
Yeah.
That temperature changes that way.
I usually see when it comes in, you're hotter and
Yes.
leaving is cool sometimes, but
Yes.
yeah, when it heats up, you're getting like, I see it like Christmas lights all around you lighting up because you're receiving, you're receiving that grace. This is like full of grace, like the
Yes.
Mother Mary full of grace, Mother Goddess full of grace, but they're always saying we are the ones that are full of grace. We are grace. Whew.
And I am a vehicle of my own light.
That's a beautiful, beautiful new mantra, isn't it? Yeah.
A new mantra. I am a vehicle of my own light.
Yeah.
Everyone, please put that on a sticky note. That comes from the Council of Mothers. I am a vehicle of my own light. That right there speaks of immaculate sovereignty, immaculate responsibility, and no one else can interfere with this. I mean, it gives us a sense of empowerment
Right.
if
Right.
we're able to hold, like you're talking about, you holding your center, holding your state of being. If we can do this,
Yeah.
that's mastery, right?
It truly is because you're no longer letting other forces in, which are other people's words or beliefs or whatever.
Thoughts, beliefs.
It's like, no, I know my light. I know who I am. And I am the vehicle. And therefore, I'm the master. And therefore, I'm the creator. And that's what that's all they want us to get. Like then it's a joyride once we're in that. It's more and more of a joyride. It already has been.
Okay, so let's all make it a joyride on planet Earth, everyone. Come on. Because it
Yes, let's
seems like
do.
the powers that are making it seem like a hellhole ride,
Right.
right? Something like Mad Max.
But that's all smoke and mirrors. My guides keep always saying that is smoke and mirrors.
It's a
That's how I
distraction
like to see it. Yeah.
from us. And then this alignment, this is what it means to be in alignment,
Yeah.
to know that we are the vehicle of our own light. That's alignment. The
Yeah.
state of being in our heart and our mind following the love of our heart in a
Yeah.
backseat sort of way to give us the thoughts to create from. That's why we need those thoughts, but we don't need the negative thoughts
Mhm.
that take us into
Mhm.
fear and
Mhm.
judgment of
Those
others.
are
So
yeah, conquering those is the secret of, don't you think? Like it's
yes,
like
it is. It's the
stop
work.
those, just stop those.
And
And we
it's
have them.
simple, but not so easy, right? It's so simple, but it's not easy because we're
Yeah,
human and we
right.
care and our heart does care. So when we see stuff going down that just doesn't make sense, like
Yeah,
children in war,
yeah,
there's
yeah,
something wrong with that. But we can be on this joyride in our own light because we do know that that ripples out. We do
yeah.
know, and that's our mission. So keep on it, everyone.
And that's the
Keep
reason
on
to
it.
keep in that joy state because it will pervade, it does bust through the dark, the shadow.
It
That is
busts
what
through.
is through the shadow. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about busting through the shadow. You've got some beautiful courses. We have a couple of options
Yes.
for people to do some serious work with you, to take this deeper. You are a
Mhm.
beautiful guide because of your own journey, but the journey, and I love how it started with Reiki. Reiki, I've seen time and time and time and
Yeah.
time and time and time again, opens us
Mhm.
up to so much more. We
It
go
does.
there for the energy healing and the clearing, but there's something multidimensional about it that's surrounded by beings, and you bring these beings forward and through the work that you have. So there's two things for people. One is a little item that people can just get their feet wet and have tremendous healing and heart
Mhm.
opening from that. But then there's even something that takes them a little bit longer. So there's both
Mm-hmm.
packages that are a beautiful opportunity. That's on the
Yeah.
link that got here for people. But tell us about this because this is the Rose Flame. It's a master class to soften in quantum sovereignty.
Yes. So that is going to be my forthcoming live three Friday masterclass. And it will comprise, each Friday will include something of an activation like this with the goddesses. It's very much the whole experience is in the temple. And I love these master classes because I love the divine temple essence that just gets created when we come together with this heart opening and under the light of the rose flame and with the rose light moving through us. So each week you'll receive a transmission and an activating message from the goddesses. There will be several. There's going to be more than 3 goddesses that I channel. They were saying that are helping you understand who you are in this light of the rose and who you are as a quantum master, really. Like they want nothing more than for all of us to know how powerful we are and how we have the power to shift our reality. And we do it with our thoughts and intentions, but we also do it with our being. And you know, it's not all just work like this, um, but that'll be a very powerful 3-week experience that builds upon itself. And I just can't wait. I can't wait for that. And included will be 2 other gifts. So the second class, which I'll explain in a moment, but then also I run a live call where I channel on Thursdays. And so that's going to be part of it. You'll get 1 month included to join me on Thursdays or the recordings. And frankly, with that, you get the recordings from this whole year. And those are all different guides that come through, from the archangels to the goddesses to various ones. I love to channel the Hindu deities. There's some of those in there too. So you'll have extra support to come for Q&A or receiving or listening to those recordings as well. So it's really like 7 live times that you can come for an activation. So then shall I go into the second one too right now? Okay, so the second one, you can, if you buy the live course I've just described, you're going to get this included, or you can, as Loren said, you can dip your toe with a masterclass that's pre-recorded that is called A New Set Point Reality, Heart-Centered Co-Creation. And that in itself is 9 recordings, much like what you just experienced, with Archangel Metatron, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, Archangel Michael, Yeshua. And they're taking you through the process of embodying not only your mastery, but what they want is so much more co-creation with them, you know, the divine, with all of these guides. And I know many of you do that already, but there's such a call for even more co-creation, because we're not doing this alone and we don't have to. And they bring us like into codes, literally the energy code for peace. Mary Magdalene brought through in that one is one of the transmissions. Like codes are codes, and there's a code for everything. So that's one of the powerful transitions. And it culminates with there's a very big one about to open the heart and about living with an open heart. And it culminates, you know, with bringing all that together. And what I like to say is it's for any relevant time where you might be starting something new, whether it's a new way of being that we're in right now, or going into a new job, or a new project, or opening a business, or, you know, something like that. It's designed to create yourself in the quantum and new set point so that you're in a new timeline, really anchored into a new timeline. So I'm super excited to offer both of the all three of those offerings.
Oh, that is so rich. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I just want to say, you mentioned that the class, the new set point reality,
Mhm,
heart-centered co-creation, that is what the goddess is. And there are 9 attunements that you're getting
mhm,
with that. That's a
mhm.
beautiful package. So that's available on its own. So you can just
Yes,
work with that and open your heart and get ready for that new reset point in your life.
yes, yes.
But what an opportunity to add the 3-part class. And again, that's 21 days. And we know when we do things 21 days, that really
Exactly.
builds that habit, that builds the
Mhm,
behavior, it builds the system within us. So it's almost like we are reinforcing our alignment every time we
mhm.
step into class like that. And then
Yes,
that comes with the
yes,
Thursday channelings that you do. So that
yes.
option for the Rose Flame includes everything that you talked about for
Yeah,
one great price. That's a
yes,
beautiful offering, Suzanne. We're excited
yes.
for that. Thank you.
I'm so
You.
excited. And I also love it because we were able to schedule it. So it's in November before like the holiday season. And especially also, they were really emphatic when I was putting it together. Going into like getting a jump start on 2026, go into that because we know 2026 is so full of light and there's even
Yes.
more newness and they
Yes.
wanted to do it so that there's like a jump start and then you'll have so many
Yes.
recordings to go back to, but through the holidays into the new year I wanted to share that because that was one of the big intentions is to have that open heart through the holidays
Yes.
and
That's
in the new
important.
year, yeah, and
Yeah, that's a new year and
it's
really step into light even more. Thank you for that. Oh my
mhm.
goodness.
Yeah,
Again, it's
yeah.
such a beautiful offering, and we are so excited. And so, again, I invite everyone, check it out. Check out these offerings from Suzanne. You'll see the link in the description box where you're watching this video, or it's on the page that got you here to this show. Check it out, scroll down, look at it, click into it, and join. Again, it's just a beautiful
Yes.
opportunity of light and even though um, it will be recorded, so these are timeless, meaning even though it's here at this time in this point in time on our physical timeline, these teachings will be here whenever you need them, and that's what
Exactly.
makes them so powerful. They're
Yeah.
timeless. Yeah.
They are, and they're so full, yeah, because the love is timeless and the guidance from the guides is timeless. And the more we just allow that we're moving into new timelines and new space, they're always there. And it frankly, I'm sure you experience this too. I hear this from people, the recordings people listen to some of my recordings very off several times and they're always different too because spirit comes in the moment you turn on a recording anyway, so it's really cool how it's a co-creation all the time.
Yes, and I want to say again, we're dealing with the quantum because we can listen to something, and science has actually proven this, and we can go prove it in our own mind. When we listen to something again, we are ready for that information where we were not. We're ready for it the last time. So it's a spiral of evolution. And when you listen again and again, you pick up new things. You hear things that you didn't see before or hear before because you were processing something. And so as we elevate, this is the multidimensionality of these quantum recordings is that they are there as living beings giving us almost like a scalar light, giving
Mhm.
us information that we're ready for
Yeah.
when we're ready for it. And that light, that source
Mhm.
code light, knows exactly where to go. And our heart, as our hearts open more, our hearts know where to send that when we're ready for it.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
these are more than just a one-time program. This is a tool to
Yeah.
always have and to always use. And in a quantum
Mhm.
way, create your state of being, and go forward, creating that newness in our
Yeah.
life.
I love how you just said that. Yeah, thank you. It is true because every time you embody a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more, and then you have more understanding, and then your energy changes, and then you have new experiences that prove it too. Like that's what starts to happen too. Like, oh, because I did that, because of the work I did 2 months ago, my hospital experience was vastly elevated. And I could say that,
Ah,
because I had all embodied, I'm just thinking about this life, like I'd embodied the
yeah,
beliefs.
yeah.
And so everything in the outer worlds was different.
All
So
right.
that's what's
So
exciting.
we're ready to embody different beliefs and different
Mhm.
things, and these are tools. And actually, I just want to share another story. Like you said, that this had helped you prepare for something that you were facing, and this is happening to us all the time. So we can get ahead of ourselves by doing this
Yeah.
sort of work. We get ahead, and even this summer,
Yes.
something happened where I
Mhm.
started something, and I went back to the past. I went back and mastered something that I had learned, I don't know, 6 years
Mhm.
ago. And here I am,
Yeah.
like going back into it then. But the reason I did that is because it prepared me for something that was coming down that was very
Mhm.
heartbreaking, actually.
Mhm.
But that work in hindsight was ahead of me even knowing this, and it actually
Mhm.
helped me weather that
Wow. Yeah.
heartbreak. Yeah,
Mm.
so
Yeah. Yeah. Right. I know. Trust.
trust.
Always
So,
it just makes me like see that whole, yeah, they want to roll out the red carpet, and you don't always know in the moment when it's hard that that's what's actually happening, but it is. I can say that now, like it's like, oh,
uh,
for 2 years I went back and forth, but I can say now, oh, that was all, I was always being guided and prepared and brought to this point where I'm so stable in what I can say. And
and
it's
on the
process.
flip side of that, on the back end of that, or the forward end of that, going through it, passing through it, your confidence is 111%, right?
Hmm. Right.
Because now, now that is your truth. Your
Yeah.
truth is your experience, and you
Right.
made that happen.
Yeah.
So you're working. Your individual journey is helping so many. It's beyond what you are aware of, I'm certain, but
Hmm.
you're so inspirational for others who may be going through this and not knowing what to do. So
Hmm.
those who are watching, you can feel in your heart if this is for you. And if it
Yeah.
is, take us up on this and go for it. It's a beautiful
Yeah.
offering. And if it's not, that's okay. We wish you a quantum reality of your state of being, however you choose to get there, because we
Yeah.
shift the world this way. It's why we all incarnated, isn't it? We all know that we
Hmm.
came to elevate light on this planet.
Yeah. Move
We're
out.
here.
As I say, out with the old, in with the gold.
Ah, I love that. Out with
True
the old, in
alchemy
with the
is
gold.
happening.
Let the
It's
gold flow into your hearts, everyone. This
yeah.
out. Let us know if you're interested. It's an immediate download, and you'll be signed up for the course.
Yes.
All right.
Beautiful.
And
Thank
I
you
just want to
so much.
say, everyone, when you sign up for the course, you're going to get an email from us, and it's going to say add to calendar. Add it to your calendar. That's a pretty
Yes.
cool tip that, sometimes people like me, I don't do it, but when you add it to your calendar, it's so beautiful. You don't even need to get lost in all those emails that we send.
No, exactly.
Okay.
That's the best tip could have given today.
Whee! Oh my goodness. A beautiful heart. Thank you so much for being here. And Suzanne,
Thank
this
you.
is so wonderful. We're going to bring you back. We're going to have another conversation and we're going to do more things with you.
Oh,
And
beautiful.
we hope that everyone joins you for your course. And
I
we
do
are
too.
so
Come on, come
grateful.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come in and play and be in this energy of joy and quantum creation. It really is
Yeah.
fun.
It
Yeah,
really is. It's so fun in here, right? Come on over.
it is. And it's what
Come on
builds our
by.
confidence. It
Mhm.
is, and it allows us to share. And that's really important as we build our community of light here.
Right. We're
Okay.
doing it together. We are not doing it alone, are we? Mm-mm-mm.
Well, Susan, this
Other
has
man.
been so rich. I wanted to, as we say goodbye, I just want to give you a moment for final thoughts or, yeah, final thoughts on this
Mhm.
whole topic.
Oh gosh, yes. Well, thank you, Lauren, for having me. I really am honored. And thanks to everyone who's listened. And final thoughts, it would be my intention, it could make me cry, that you know how much love there is here. It's no longer on the other side of the veil. There isn't a veil, it's here, and how much love that continually is pouring forth for all of you, for all of us. And it's taken me years to really accept that and allow that, to be honest. And it's the truth. And whenever I allow that reality, everything changes for the better. And so these beings, these mothers and all the other beings, they just want us to be in our authenticity and in our light and have fun. And so that would be my that would be what feels the most glorious to share, that we all kind of just part with this, like, yeah, no matter what, I'm gonna be my light. I am my light, and I'm more of it, because the world does need it, and it also feels the best. As the guide said recently, it is far harder to be out of alignment. That's where the struggle is.
That's so
It's easy,
true.
easy to be in alignment. It's natural.
Ah, you know what? Let's flip that, everyone, because I think we're all like, oh, it's so easy to be, but no, it's so
Be
easy to
me.
be in alignment.
It really
So
is.
easy to
It's
be
a
in
struggle
alignment
to be like fighting it off. It's
because it
easy.
doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel
Mm.
good. You want to feel good. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Allow the reality of love that's here, beautiful hearts. All right, Susan, Alexandria, thank
Thank you
you for
so
this
much.
quantum conversation. Again, everyone, be sure to check out this offering from Suzanne and join us. We love you. Your love matters. Your light matters. And we shine bright, beautiful hearts.
Yes, we
Thank
do. Yes.
you.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Namaste. Bye-bye.
Namaste. Bye-bye.
See you.
This has been a presentation of New Earth One Network, your home for New Earth living. Access information, education, and videos on living from the heart in unity consciousness. Visit newearth1.com.